Hi guys, welcome back to Nintendo Minutes. So we had asked you guys on the YouTube community tab a couple of days ago to share with us your deepest, darkest gaming confessions.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, and we got a lot of stuff. You guys are weird.
lot.
Just kidding.
These are amazing.
So we picked a few to read to you guys, and we also have at the end some of
A
our
little surprise from ourselves.
confessions as well. I feel like we confessed a lot of stuff to you guys, so I don't know
What's left?
what other secrets are left, but
Crazy
I
can it
did
get?
come up with one that I don't think I've told people yet, so it's pretty embarrassing. So stay to the end to watch those.
Okay.
But yes, you guys had a lot of really funny, really relatable stories, and we're gonna read a couple of them now. So this confession is from Minor Insomniac. It took me 6 months as a 9-year-old to realize it was in fact called psychic type, not physic type. My friend laughed so hard when I mentioned it, and she corrected me. So, psychic and physic, different
Okay.
things.
I'm gonna jump in and defend this person. When you're playing games, it's often alone, and there are a lot of words that you see that maybe make sense in your head that you
Yeah.
are never saying out loud.
That's right.
Ever. So you're like, oh, that's
Exactly.
just what it is.
Yeah, it's easy. The spelling is very similar.
Close.
And if it was a physic type Pokemon, it would still actually make sense. Like the powers would make sense. You know,
Yeah.
it would be like physics-based
Right,
attacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that'd be all right.
Yeah, a close corollary to this is there's a very famous story about somebody who, in Final Fantasy games, you get Phoenix down when somebody, passes out.
Right.
Have you thought, what is Phoenix down? Do you know?
Isn't it like the feathers of a phoenix bird?
Okay, so there's this person who went years and decades and was like, well, it's just called Phoenix down. No, Phoenix down. Phoenix went down, I don't know. And then they realized, and that it was a mind-blown moment because they'd never talked to anybody about it. It's just in this
Oh,
game.
we should talk to each
Talk
other
to
more
people about your
often.
games, people.
Yes, this is
That's
where
the
this is a
lesson.
safe place. Please
Yes,
talk to us.
get it all out there.
It's fine. Yes.
Phoenix down!
Phoenix down. Psychic physic. It's fine. Physics, psychic, whatever.
This is a confession from Null the Burst Kid. I deleted the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon game that came with my Nintendo 3DS because I was too scared of it when I got to the first boss. This was when I was 8.
Oh, everyone's like Luigi's Mansion. It's like a funny kind of scary, but I'm very easily scared, and there's definitely some like jump scares
Yeah.
that I think would scare me too. And I'm not 8, so
I think it's a good question to return to. Is Luigi's Mansion scary?
yeah.
If
I
you're
would
8 or otherwise.
I think the jump scares do like make you flinch a little bit.
Yeah.
Like overall, the game I don't think is super scary, but I definitely jumped a couple of times. And
Deleted the
again,
game though.
ooh,
No trace left.
just get rid of it from your
Yeah.
entire existence.
I don't
Just
need to
delete
see
it.
this ever again.
Ever again. I mean, fair. Okay, I also have one that is related to games being deleted, which seems to be a
There
popular
was a common theme about.
thematic,
Yeah.
about people's games getting deleted and people getting mad and whatnot. So this is from Game Slayer 4567. My brother deleted my save data on Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. So I started taking his things, one at a time, waited for him to notice. This kept going for 5 weeks. He didn't notice. I have a lot,
A lot
of
of layers to
questions, though.
this.
A lot of layers. First of all, great game. Would be mad too if someone deleted my Bowser's Inside Story.
It's a long
save.
game.
Long game.
You don't want to start over once you get going.
That's true too. I didn't even think about how long that game was,
Oh.
but yeah, that's a good point. How much stuff did your brother have? That's another question. And what
appreciate-
exactly did you take?
I appreciate that he took the long path to revenge. It's like, could have just like gone and give him a noogie, But it's like, no, I'm gonna make you suffer slowly.
Yeah. But if he didn't notice, did he suffer at all?
Maybe he never noticed.
Maybe he's reading this comment now and be
Yeah.
like, give me back my stuff. What the heck? 5 weeks of stuff is a lot of stuff. It's a lot. Anyways, I hope that you eventually finished Mario and
But
Luigi.
so many comments about save data,
Yeah.
losing saves, saving over saves.
That is like I think a common relatable thing with
Yeah.
all of us. Like if we lose a save or if something happens to a save, like That hurts. That cuts deep.
That'll
So
stick with you.
That will stick with you. We
Yeah.
all have those stories. So
Yeah.
we're here for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
All right. This is a gaming confession from Jesse. Back before the internet was readily available, I fell for a friend's crazy story about unlockable items in Ocarina of Time. I was only 9, and the delivery of the lie was so confident and believable. It wasn't until years later that he confessed. It was a fun lie that we both laugh about today. Dun, dun, dun. Wow.
Wow.
Has that
Wait
ever
a-
happened to you?
You know,
Pre-internet.
I think so. I think so because there was a lot of like schoolyard chit chat.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like, did you know that you could do this? See, this is where it's actually nice that a Breath of the Wild type game didn't exist when we were little because there were so much of those like scenarios where it's like, could this be done? We don't know.
Right.
So you'd probably be, I mean, I would have believed
No,
it.
I think
really
Breath of the
gullible,
Wild
so.
is the closest to a game like that we have today. Because even
Right.
now we see things like, oh wow, you
Oh,
can
I didn't
do
know you
that.
could do
That's
that.
amazing. Yeah.
But you know, there's no way to verify
No.
if you didn't have the internet. So
But there were certain games where that kind of mentality seemed to happen more than others.
definitely Zelda games.
A lot of Zelda
It seems like
games,
Zelda games
right.
because of the puzzle, the treasures, the collecting.
Yeah.
Like that seems to be a pretty common one. Pokemon games, I think, is another one where there was a lot of like rumors
Right.
about these types of Pokemon are here or there or whatever. And
yeah.
if you didn't have a way to check on that, like, how would you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing we have the internet now to verify everyone's lies.
Now. What?
Oh, that's it. You already said yours too.
We
I was
have
like,
our own now.
we have our
You pointed at me very accusatorily.
I'm sorry. I was like, which one do you have
confess.
left to read?
You confess.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I'm
yeah.
nervous. So my confession is that I did not know that crossing was written as XING until I saw some of the posters we were making for Animal Crossing. And then I realized that it was Animal Crossing and not Animal Zing. It's really embarrassing. But because I was like, whenever I read those signs when you're driving, it's like zing, you know? But it's not, it's a crossing. Why did they just not write crossing? But I
It's like
didn't,
Christmas. It's the
Don't-
same thing. Did you know that one?
I didn't know that one, but no, that's not the same as Christmas. It isn't, that's not the same. But yeah, I did not know that word until I read it on the Animal Crossing game. I was like, oh,
All right.
Animal Crossing.
Well, that's why they spell it
made
that way.
sense.
No confusion.
That's right.
CROSSING.
Yeah, and this was for like, I think it was for like New Leaf or something like that. So it was really recent. I was an adult,
Good
so
one.
I have no excuse.
Good
No
one.
excuse
Yeah.
at all. Ah, so
I mean, that seems like more of a life confession than a gaming confession, but okay.
But I realized it because of a video game. See all the things you learn
Right.
from video games?
Right. Well, my gaming confession is that when I was in college, I almost fell out of games completely. I was in a new setting and had friends who weren't really into games, and it was just hard to keep up with everything that was happening in gaming, and I almost gave up on it entirely, but I got a Game Boy Advance, and Advance Wars was the game that really kept me hanging into games, and of course from there on I was a huge game fan from there on, so very excited to see Advance Wars come back, and thank you Game Boy Advance for keeping me into games. Very excited that Advance
It's
Wars
coming.
is coming back.
It's so
Yes.
exciting.
So it has a happy ending, that
yes.
confession.
So you were brought back to gaming with
It was one of those razor's edge moments.
Could have gone either way.
Worked
Could have
out
been in
my
a
favor.
bank.
Maybe not so well for you. Here I
Could
am.
have been in a bank. I'm glad I learned crossing is not zing. You need to take
Wonderful.
you need to take that driver's test again at some point. I mean, hey, it's good learning. All right, we have to stop. But you guys should tell us more of your confessions in the comment section below. We are going to wrap it up for today. And remember,
Nintendo Minute is never a minute.
see you next week.
Bye.
Nintendo Minute.